But here's the funny thing about it, though. 90% of the places here in Seattle don't have AC because this is just so abnormal to actually need it for a time like this.
Get that basement apartment.
It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
I know that's right.
Look, at this point, I'll be okay being at the bottom of somebody's basement.
Right. I know that's right.
Normally, that's not my thing, but look.
So let me get in there.
Okay, sure. If it's cool, I'm good. I'm trying to save the brain cells, girl.
I know that's right.
Auntie Hennessy made it look like this all episode. Just asking for help.
Hey, community, here's what's brewing today.
Black Titty Hugs.
Ask your auntie, your money, steal my money.
It's fucking hot in Seattle. So get your cups ready for Minority Report.
The face is the face for me. Hey, welcome to Minority Report. It's Auntea Kerel.
It's Auntea Dawon.
And Auntea Jerrell.
And we already, again, kikied it up. We got a lot to talk about off the bat. First, Jerrell, you surviving this heat out there?
Barely, girl. Barely. The struggle's been real.
I believe it.
I was at every meeting today, but halfway there. It was hot. And I was letting everybody know, don't ask me nothing. Not today. No. This is a live to see tomorrow type of weather. So, you know, just, and she started drinking again. It's so damn hot. She needed a refresher, girl. She just, I had 2 days left. Couldn't wait.
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't wait.
How are you sleeping? Because when weather's that hot, like, that's gotta be really uncomfortable.
Your ball sticking to your thigh.
Look, actually, we both had an edible last night, so I think that kind of helped us go to sleep.
You escaped to another planet.
Your astral
like,
projection.
Neptune.
Okay, look, girl,
Ooh.
sure did.
That'll do it.
It's hard out here for pimp. Okay, just.
I can't even imagine. Like, because we've talked about it many times over the years. I can't sleep hot. That's the one thing I can't do. Like, during the day, I'll survive. I don't want to, but I'll survive. But when you go to sleep and you hot, that's misery. I can't.
Let me tell y'all, look, so if y'all watching on YouTube, look, that's my kitchen behind me, y'all. I am sitting on the floor by the countertop. Okay, look, when I tell you, dude, we trying to keep it as cool as possible. Look.
But we gotta give Nick props because I can't remember if we discussed it on
we
the
need
episode.
to bring this onto the episode. That could have been behind the scenes.
Right, we'll give him props. I can't remember if we said it on the episode or off the episode, but last year Nick went out and bought an air conditioning unit.
Yeah.
And Jerrell was like, why the hell is he buying an air conditioning unit? And we all three of us like, oh yeah, I don't know. That is kind of odd. 1 hour later. That air conditioning unit coming in handy this year.
It sure is. I mean, although we both like we need one for every room.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for this one. Okay. Betsy is being old faithful right now. She keeping us alive.
Oh, you named her? You named the AC?
No, I love not yet. We should though. Cause she's saving lives, girl. She just
one. And then Dawon, you just getting back from your dad's wedding. Congrats, Dad. That's awesome.
Yes, congrats.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a lot of just like, there was so much love in the air, and you know, they were supposed to get married last summer, and you know, that got put off due to COVID. So it was just cool because we had been talking about this for so long, and I was my dad's best man, so It was just like, it was real sweet. You know, me and my brother, we were both in the wedding party, and, you know, we just got to see my dad just be so happy and in love. And, you know, my new mom, Jeanette, she's just amazing, and I love her. And it was a great day.
And that's probably, is that the first time since COVID that you've all been able to get together? Like you, your brother, your sister, and your dad at the same time? Or have you?
Yeah, the majority of us, yeah. I mean, I've seen them. I've spent time with my dad and my brother, because they both live in the same town. My sister lives in Michigan, so, you know, it's a coordinated effort to get to see her, but I get to see her quite a bit. So, nice. And then my mom is actually helping out with my brother as well. So not my stepmom, but my mom, Cheryl, who listens to the podcast. Hey, Mom.
Cheryl. Hey, Miss Cheryl.
So yeah, I got to see everybody. So it was really dope.
That's good.
Yeah.
Jerrell, you said you had a question though?
Yeah, I was not even a question, just more of a statement, because Fizz pointed out in one of your photos, you had on the purple look, girl. And Fizz was like, Dawon got style, but what is she wearing? I was like, this is how you know you at a black wedding, okay? I was like, because the button up was literally church ready, okay?
Yep.
And then when I saw the photo with you and your dad and the pastor, and I was like, and we got the matching look.
And
okay, and we got a theme. I was like, that's when you know you had a black wedding.
Absolutely. Yeah. I thought the exact same thing. I was like, that is a black wedding if I ever saw one.
Right.
Look, I said, whatever my dad wants, I'm gonna give it to him. Absolutely. Whatever. I'm not complaining. I'm not saying nothing. It's his day, and I'm gonna make it as special as it can be. But you better believe when that church thing was over, I took that suit off, folded it up, and I left it in the hotel room. It's not coming back to New York with me.
This is not about to be repurposed.
You will not see that. It won't be on my timeline on Instagram.
We should have screen captured it for.
I got pictures. I have pictures, and I'll keep the pictures. But yeah, it was definitely. My dad's an old cat daddy, you know. So you know, like 70s, just like, you know, shirt buttoned down to your neighbor, let all of your taco meat hang out. Like he's that kind of dude. And
I'm here for it.
You know, so I was just like, okay. You know, this is what we doing. We gonna do this. And I sent a picture to my sister when I put my stuff on. And I was like, Brandy, this the favorite color of my ex-girlfriend Danielle from high school. because when we went to prom together, now mind you, we went to prom together, and that was the color of choice. So, and then she said the funniest part of that sentence was ex-girlfriend. But this show was black. It was so glow black. That's how black it was.
Because literally, I like scrolled through, and I was like, I literally thought the exact same thing. So before the show started today, Jerrell had started to bring it up, and I was like, oh, I wasn't going to say nothing. But since you brought it up, okay, let's have this for the podcast. But
so many people reached out to me. They were like, what are you wearing?
Because, like, here's the funny thing is, like, we all know Dawon's style at this point, and like, and he loves the fashion. So it just looks so awkward on you that we're just like, damn. But then again, it's like, it's your dad's, but I agree. Like, you got to do what your dad wants. It don't matter.
I already knew
I put it on, and I wore it proud.
I know that's right.
And then look, she served the very next day, bringing back the signature pose with the Balenciaga shoes on, being like, and we're back to
with
your
the bucket hat, right?
Okay,
with the bucket hat.
And
she's back.
Right.
But there were so many people that were at the wedding were like, oh, you look so good. You look so good. I was just like, yes, look, it is a beautiful wedding, isn't it?
Yes.
What a beautiful wedding. Oh, man. That is so funny.
Yeah.
But no, it looked nice. Like, because you had posted, I think, the picture of your stepmom coming down the aisle, too. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I like
the
her
whole
dress.
story just made me miss my family. I was like, I could
Right?
see the love and the happiness from your
Yeah.
post by how you were posting them and stuff like that too. I was just like, oh, I was like, this must be such a great moment. Like,
Yeah.
It was dope. It was like, you know, I know we talk about this all the time. Like, we just love being Black, and
Yes.
there's just nothing like a Black get together. Like,
mhm.
just the amount of like, first of all, I'm glad I was vaccinated, because there was all kinds of like, you know, I done got so many titty hugs in one day, like them old church. Just come on into the bosom.
Come on in, just come on in here.
Just like boob on this shoulder, another boob on this shoulder. Like,
I'm so done with you.
it was just, it was beautiful. It really was. And my dad and my new mom had just an amazing time. Like no hitches, no problems. Like everything went well. So it was.
Was the food good? Oh damn! Well, that's okay. That's okay.
I mean,
What a beautiful wedding.
It was right. It was fine. It was fine. You know,
it was fine. We'll leave it there.
It's the blink.
Right.
Blink twice if you need help.
Well, it was interesting because it was the same meal for everybody, and it was like a Thanksgiving style meal. So it was like turkey with dressing and macaroni and cheese, and what else was there?
Black.
Right. It's very Black.
It was made by Black people though.
Oh.
So
got it. Yeah.
Oh, so
I mean, otherwise I would have, you know, look, because otherwise I would have taken a picture. Because you know, I'll take the picture of the food. The food is good. I'm like,
right.
And I was like, And literally, as soon as the plate cake got sat down, I was like, this one needs some pepper. And I didn't even bother with the salt, and I'm glad I didn't because it was already really salty. So,
but you needed some speck of pepper and a sea of salt.
Right.
Oh man, that's funny.
And it was a dry wedding, so there was no alcohol at all. So, you know, it just we had to power through.
Oh, you had to feel all those emotions in that outfit, huh?
Ooh, you felt every last one.
I was trying not to break out in a sweat though, because it's just like I'm not used
to. For
a
second, I thought you were about to say highs because you didn't like it. I was like, girl, what?
I'm not okay. You know, I'm not that bougie, but but like I was so hot because I'm not used to wearing so many layers. Like it was the shirt, it was the undershirt, the shirt, the vest, the jacket, and the buttons and the tie. And it was just like
you said the buttons.
The buttons.
Well, you know, I mean
oh, you had them $50 buttons.
Right.
Where you know, like most suits, they kind of downplay the buttons, but these buttons you can see all the way from the back.
In my mind, when you talk about the buttons, I imagine that you had penny loafers in there with real pennies in them still, like just complete.
No, he had them Stacey Adams. That's what that was. He had them penny loafers.
I did not. I wore the Gucci's. I wore the Gucci's.
But, looking at my Gucci is about that time. Oh man!
But it was dope. It was dope.
Yeah. And how was Pride too, Jerrell? Wasn't it Seattle Pride?
Yeah. So it wasn't necessarily like it was unofficial Pride weekend here.
Okay.
So I went to the Taking Black Pride, nice. Which was like in celebration of trans, Black and brown queer people here in Seattle, where they were having the reparations. You know, white people and allies pay the reparation fees to get in, but.
And how did that part go over? Like in
that's what
real life.
I'm like,
let me tell you, the amount of white people that were there was amazing. Like, first of all, it was what Pride should be like. It was representation across the whole spectrum, whether, you know, where you fall on the queer spectrum, LGBTQIA+, where, you know, ethnically, like, sexual preferences, all of it. Like, it was so diverse. Yeah. I mean, they even had queer youth performance and spoken word, and also like performing their own like music that they write and they, put together and everything like that themselves. They had a ball, so they had all the 5 elements of ball. So they had the 5 different categories and everything too.
Okay.
And like it was family friendly. There was like food. They were feeding everybody too. The MC was like, all right, we're doing water breaks. Like
How was
after
the
every
food?
like the food. I didn't have the food because she intermittent
Got it.
fasting and she eating, she's trying to
okay.
keep it together. But they had everything from like Black people food to like, different type of Asian cuisine to Mexican food to vegan food. Like,
Okay.
I mean, it was well thought of as far as like everyone in the community. And although the purpose there was to celebrate Black, brown, trans women and other queer individuals in the community, it was like, but we're not going to forget about everybody else. This is the focus, but we're sharing the spotlight with everyone, if that makes sense. So it was like, here's what we're doing front and center, and then everyone else is behind us, and we're going to include everyone. So it was the first time in a long time that I went to a Pride event where I was like, oh, this is what it's supposed to be like. Yeah, like 100%. 100%. So it was cool. And just like, oh, girl, she had one of them old gay moments. We were sitting there watching one of the performances. And this Gaby was like, it's my first Pride. And she was like hugging on the drag queen and like taking photos. And I was like, oh my God, I remember that was like 14 years ago. Oh my God, that was 14 years ago.
Girl.
I was like, girl, I'm going to stay over here in my shade.
I know that's right.
Look forward. I was like, girl,
kudos.
right. But it was also a dry event and stuff like that too. So there wasn't no alcohol or anything like that. It was, if they do that every year, if they do that every year, I will be present every freaking year.
That's dope.
I will not go to any other Pride event here in Seattle besides that.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, and
like,
they were giving
was
white people wristbands too, so you could know who played the reparations and who was giving back, because all the money went towards the Black trans community. There's like an organization here in Seattle, so all of the money went towards that committee, the organization. So
what color was their wristband?
it was white and black.
Oh, okay, that's cute.
Yeah.
Wait, what you were thinking, Dawon?
I was like, is it gonna be white or is it gonna be something else?
Not a shackle, bitch.
Take the shackles off my feet, so
but it was cool to see, like, you were like, oh, that was a white person that gave back and understood and stuff like that. And
because I was worried. I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go, because just the press that kind of came out about it. And so I was like, I don't know. A, just the heat alone. I was like, are people gonna go because it's damn hot out? But then B, just the press that kind of came out beforehand. I was like, are people gonna go or are they gonna stay away? Because one way or the other, there might be this quote unquote negative press behind it. So to hear that it went off without a hitch, I'm here for it.
It was probably because it was too hot. At one point, it hit 103 degrees. So people were probably like, ooh. And a good chunk of us were like, I even was like, I'm doing this for the culture. I am showing up for the culture right now, because if I wasn't, it's going to be tied on it. But it honestly was amazing. I felt so proud to be gay and Black at the same time. Like, not often do I get to feel that outside of being, around you two or other good Judies, who are Black gay men that we all know. Like, it was nice to be in a space where I didn't have to choose, like, I didn't feel one way. Exactly. It wasn't, I was a gay man right now or a Black man. I was like, nope, I was just me.
Yeah.
I was just me. And there were so many other people like me and different from me that just got to exist.
Yeah.
So,
That's
yeah.
good.
Wow. I mean, it's wild how like the media will try to like tear some good stuff down.
Absolutely.
Like you try to do a good thing and then it's like, okay, well, how can we spin this in such a way to just like spark some controversy?
Right.
And I'm so glad that that none of that really made its way into the event and y'all just got to celebrate, which is what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah, I mean, I still went with my pepper spray though. You just never know.
Stay ready. Jerrell, stay ready.
Right.
Look, I had my running shoes on just in case, you know.
Did you tie it underneath some of the fringe from your half shirt?
Right.
Tie it right there, like just in case.
Put in its her bra
underneath the titty.
Right, underneath the titty. That's where it's staying, right there. Mm-hmm.
Look, that was front and center in the fanny pack. Okay, look.
I know that's right.
Look. But yeah,
that's great.
And then it was New York Pride, so I mean, it was just every big pride. It seemed like Chicago, even though it was raining, it looked like Chicago still had some stuff going. This is the first year though, I haven't gone anywhere or did any pride focused thing because obviously Atlanta's later in the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had a pride march and did a virtual parade here in New York.
Okay.
So it wasn't like the big kind of like to do that it had been in years past. Next year, they're assuming everything goes well.
Yeah.
The Delta variant and whatnot. Like, but yeah, they had that event, and you know that seemed to go pretty well from what I hear. You know, I saw a bunch of pictures from folks, you know, who went out and marched in the heat and sunshine and all that. And then I got like text messages. I don't know how they got my email or my phone number, but like I got text messages from like these like circuit parties that apparently were going on. Like I'm getting ready to leave for my dad's wedding, and all of a sudden I'm getting bloop, 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 bloop. Like come join us in Brooklyn for the we party. Come join us over here for the, and I'm just like, there's still a pandemic going on. Like, you know, there's still a pandemic going on. I mean, I get it that people are vaccinated and people want to go out and party, but, and I'm not trying to shade nobody to, you know, like go out and do you, but at the same time, keep my ass out of it.
And you actually vaccinated with titty juice, so you good anyway.
Right. I got the Holy Ghost and
the Holy Ghost juice and the titty juice. Man. Did you, and speaking of just hot, you see like a lot of the Olympic trials for the track and field, they had to like delay like the start of a lot of the events.
It was 116 degrees out here. That's why.
Girl. And but I like laid up. So we're recording this episode a little earlier in the week. So but last night laid up like until like 1 o'clock in the morning watching the event still. Did you see Sydney McLaughlin?
Yeah, she ate that. She ate the 400-meter hurdles. And the first woman ever to run less than 52 seconds.
Yeah. And here's the cool thing. It's just like, I love that the rivalry is between two black women. Like, we just eating it up left and right. Like, hey, you know. That race was hype as hell. I was watching like the 200 with like to see if Noah Lyles, because he was looking kind of bummy so far this season.
You know, that was because he was over there giving us some, you know, bob and weave jabs in that semifinals, and that 17-year-old got in that butt.
So did. Can you, like 17 running that fast? That's
but you know, but when we talk about what's her name? We were just talking about for the 400. Sydney. Yeah. She was 16, beating everybody, you know, when she first stepped on the track, you know, so.
It's just going to be a Black Excellence Tokyo
look,
game. I'm here for it.
Okay. And then Simone Biles, of course, crushed it at the gymnastics Olympic trials. And shout out to Jordan Childs, who like overcame so much mental, like just angst and fight, you know, who lost so much love for it. And then also Suni Lee, the first Hmong American person to represent the America and the Olympics ever in any sport.
So we got 3 women of color on the team. Like that's huge,
right?
That is, and just even like
3 of the 4 like important roles, because you know there's a total of 6, and 2 of the 4 are just like event specialists.
Right.
Only 4 of them actually get to do everything.
Yeah. Or so, the 4 of them are on the team. 2 of them get to do the all around, but they don't get the team shit. Like
they all get to compete. They all get to compete in the all around, but only 2 people get to actually represent. So if when it comes to the all around, they can only take 2. That's why like 2 years ago, it's not 2 years, the last Olympics, Gabby Douglas was 3rd overall. So it was Simone Biles, it was Allie Reisman, it was Gabby Douglas. They were the top 3, but only the top 2 actually get to make it to the final.
but I think they changed it this year. It's the top 2 from your team, and then it's also the Jade and Michaela. So Michaela and Jade don't get to do any of the all around. So like, say if the Team America, Team USA gets the gold all around or gold team medal, Michaela and Jade don't get that medal, but they get to participate in the all around solo by themselves.
That's what I was referring to. The solos, all around solos is what I was referring to. So all of them still get to do the all around solo. That's what I was referring to. Yeah.
So 3 out of 6, I'm here for it. 50%, bitch.
Hey.
Here for it. So no, I'm excited for this Olympics. Just all around, just the diversity. It seems like it's a more diverse, at least for some sports, because like you look at like the men's gymnastics, it's all white dudes.
There's one Asian.
Is there an Asian guy that made it? You're right.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for it. And then Wimbledon started today too, so I'm excited for that.
I know. So Stevens actually looked good. I was like, okay,
so
Sloan.
did.
Okay, you came out. Okay, you came out good.
Petra. Okay, now.
Yeah.
We'll see though, because she be up and down.
Yeah.
Speaking of excitement, though, I do have to say I want to, again, I know we said on the IG last week, but then shout out again to Monique Heart.
Yes.
Like, that just means so much. And I have to say it again. So it's just, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, real talk, you didn't have to do that. We didn't even know. The fact that you just kept it going, you like, that was just genuine. It was so real.
Shout out to Michael Munoz. That's how I found out. He's like, congrats to y'all. And then he put a post up. I'm like, congrats to us for what? What we do? And then I'm like, and then he's like, Good Morning America. And I was like, wait, huh? Like, time out. What? Like, I was thoroughly confused. And then he's like, here's an article. And I'm like, Houseway? Mouth agape.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, so Monique, thank you, boo.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
That was wild.
She's like the gift that keeps on giving, because like it took a while for us to get the schedules together. I mean, months.
Yeah.
to get, because we had some false starts. And then when we finally got her on, like, we talked for what, 2.5 hours?
Literally.
3 hours?
Yeah.
We had to break it up into 2 episodes.
Yeah.
We weren't going to do y'all like that, community, but it was just, the conversation was just so like real and authentic and deep, and just, you know, everything that we wanted it to be. And, you know, we were glad to see that happen.
And she's the only guest that I've gotten to meet outside of the podcast too.
Yeah.
So it was just cool again. Yeah, we hung out like when we were in Palm Springs back in May. I think she did family dinner with us like almost every night. Like, we just got to hang out like the whole time. Just get to vibe and just it was amazing. So I already texted her. I was like, girl, I'm buying my flight. I'm coming back.
I'm coming with.
You know.
I am coming with. But yeah, no, thank you. Oh man. I forgot what I was even gonna say now. Now I'm all like teared up.
Speaking of Blackity Black, then how about
that's
we
what it
move on
was.
to the BT? Yep, there we go. How did you like it last night?
Here's the truth. I was flipping between that, the Atlanta Hawks game, and the gymnastics trials. So I was trying to keep up. Like, I did get to see Jasmine. And Jasmine and Ari kill it. Jasmine is just killing me right now.
Let me tell you, first, her body looks snatched. But when she started with some choreography, she gave us some like little some body roll.
And that wig, I want that wig. I was like, where can I get that? Okay. Thank you, Jasmine. And then that tragic song is fucking everything.
It's so good. It's so good.
When the dick is tragic. I'm like, what? She said, who told you had it like that?
Girl.
I can't. So I saw that one live. Cardi, I saw the replay of Cardi's where she's announced congratulations, Cardi, that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And then I saw Lil Nas X live as well, making out with dudes on stage, and I was like, "Yes, make out with them hot dudes, yes, bitch."
It was so funny because Fizz pointed out too, but Fizz was like, he reminds me of like when Dua Lipa first started dancing, like can't just he
doesn't really do a lot. Even when they turn him around, and that move where like you fall back and you're still singing, and you basically sing upside down. Well, he went back like like a recliner on the airplane. And then came back up.
He did a lazy boy.
He said, "You're not about to catch me on my back." Not
Well, I kind of feel like it was he was a little like performance shy since the last time he performed on SNL and he split his pants. So he might have been like, you know what, I'm out here wearing this skirt and this glitter. You know,
right.
let me just lean back and then come on back.
And then he had the nerve to do the Michael Jackson "Remember the Time" dance, and I was like, "Ooh,
yes.
if you ain't gonna nail that dance, Playboy, just leave it out."
But that was a dope. That was such a great, just like homage, like throwback moment. Like even in the beginning, you know, like you kind of thought, like I was watching it and I was just like, okay, am I watching what I think I'm watching?
Right. Yeah.
And then, you know, then like towards the end, he like actually remixed the song into it. And I was like, oh, that's kind of dope.
Yeah, it was definitely.
But you know, one thing that got me, and I feel very guilty, you know, just knowing that I'm watching the BET Awards and there's a lot of Black folks watching, and I couldn't help but have that in the back of my mind, but like, oh shit, how are people taking this? Like, part of me was unable to enjoy it because I'm like, there are so many Black folks right now, I'm sure that are just watching this being like, what the fuck?
That
you
devil's
know?
On stage.
Yeah, but then watching people like honestly like stand up and cheer for him, and just like even seeing some of the Black men in the audience being like, oh, that was dope. Okay, now, and like giving him his props. I was just like,
yeah, I couldn't check Twitter. I didn't want to check Twitter.
I was just, it was, again, I felt like an old gay. I was just like, come on, young gay man. You better, come on now. Let's go. Like,
I mean, it was a Black event or a Black gay event because you saw Lena with Cynthia Erivo, which has kind of been behind the scenes for a few years, which I didn't realize it was that long. I was like, wasn't Lena married like just yesterday? But anyway, so that's gay as hell.
Wait.
Lena Waithe was married, like,
I knew that part, but she's with Cynthia. What? That's where I've been.
And that's what I said. I was like, where the hell I've been? Because I was chatting with Dwayne from Affairs of the Heart podcast on the DMs. And because he had put something up and he's like, it's just blackity queer event and I'm here for it. He's like, even Lena is out there with Cynthia. I was like, wait, hold on. Time out where I've been at. Lena was married. He's like, girl, it's been a couple years. I was like, oh.
It goes
and so then I had to do my little Google search and I was like, damn, it has been in kind of like the blog.
You know what's so sad? She did a performance a couple years ago and she had a nose ring. And I was like, oh.
She was giving vibes.
Now it makes sense. Right. I was like, you know how you could always pick up on certain clues, like just like even just like a head tilt, you know how a shoulder may just be positioned.
You're like, what's up, sis?
Right. Okay.
And then
her outfit explains so much more too. When I was like,
all her outfits.
Girl.
Yeah.
And then Queen Latifah finally kind of publicly acknowledged her queerism.
Yeah.
Like she said, Ebony, my love, and Happy Pride. I was like, okay, that was her way. That was her way. Even though we all knew that was her way. And it was funny too. She's such like a marketing person too. She's like, and thank you for making the Equalizer #1. I was like, come on, Queen. Come on, Latifah.
I just love the whole like I love the whole production value. Like the BET Awards has come a long way.
A long way from like Steve Harvey and Cedric.
Because I mean, that stage used to be like a church stage, you know, with the red velvet curtains. Like, I mean, but the production value, like from like the Migos to who was the guy that sang the song that was like the tornado?
Oh, Tyler the Creator.
Tyler the Creator. I mean, just every single performance had such strong production value. And I was hoping when Lil Nas X was performing that he would have like a Beyonce moment, you know, where like the curtains would come up and there would be like a whole bunch of dudes behind there. And sure enough, he did. Yeah. And it was just like, it's every single performance with like the City Girls, the same thing, you know.
Time
just
for the
like,
turkey later. It's time for the turkey later. That's a bop.
Really impressed.
Yeah. I will say, you know, I just wish, you know, a few of the artists, you know, would have been live.
Who?
Because My girl Megan was not live.
I know.
No,
Megan was not live. She was not live. But when she got on with DJ Khaled,
the baby wasn't.
She got on with DJ Khaled, she was live. But when she did Thought Shit, she was not.
Right, she said, I can't do all this dancing.
Not live. Right, City Girls
said, I gotta breathe.
Live too.
She said, I gotta breathe. I got a choice. Yeah. I can either breathe.
I choose air.
Right. She really did. But she looked good though.
She looked hella good.
She looked really good.
I want to be Megan Thee Stallion. Like if I was a girl, that's the body type I would want.
Hell yes.
Like 100%. Her body is everything to me.
Everything. Yep, that's the type that I want to be too. But I will say, also gotta say though, I think her was a little lit though. It was her 24th birthday, and when she gave her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because when she took that and she got her award, and she started talking about the country music, I was like, oh girl, she's
gone.
She's feeling this a little bit.
She might have taken an edible.
You know.
But she gave like her performance gave me like very much Prince vibes, like starting out with like the floating drums, and then you know like getting down and like doing the guitar, like it just felt so electric.
She's gonna be one that like, even if she's not gonna be the biggest artist on earth, she's gonna be one like 30 years from now we're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see her again. Like she's just gonna have to be. She's just that longevity. Yeah. Where, like I'm gonna see her at some music festival, like some outdoor festival in 2049, and still get my life to her.
Her new album, her latest album is actually really good. I will say it gave me a little bit of Lauryn Hill Miseducation vibes. Like in a sense, you know how that album, she gave you variety in the album, but like each piece of it like told its own story, but still flowed really well. This album has the same kind of construction to it. Like it really does just flow well. And it has this, each song has its own pocket. I'm like, ooh.
I'm just glad she like gave us a little more urban undertones to it. Like it wasn't all just like piano or guitar. And like, cause sometimes she could get almost too, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost too India RE.
Yeah.
Even though I love India RE, that's no shade, no tea, nothing. I feel like she's still young enough to be like, give us some 808s underneath some shit too. And she did that with this album, I feel.
Yeah, it's good. It's been on repeat. I can't listen to anything else.
And she always has good wigs too.
She do. And cute sunglasses. I still need to buy a pair of those sunglasses.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you take care of like hair that like voluminous?
I don't know.
It's literally like a whole body.
Because
it go like
right. I'm sure they ain't taking for it. Hey, you know who look hella good per usual?
Sierra.
Oh, Sierra, yes.
She looks snatched. I was like, bitch.
Right.
How old is your
what I think about, yes.
I was like, how old is your baby now? Like 8 months or some shit like that?
Yeah,
like,
we need to stop sleeping on Sierra. We need to stop sleeping on
Although
Sierra.
her nose looked a little
That might have been makeup, because like on her IG it looked normal.
It looked very Michael to me, and I was like,
do you remember? But no, Naomi Campbell. I'm like, this bitch. I'm like, dear God. Like every time she comes in, I'm like, Naomi, like how? But then you look at her mom. Her mom's like 90 and still looking snatched as
stunning. And stunning. Yeah. I love how much her skin just glistens. Like, you know, and then I look at mine and I'm just like, oh, it's so
like,
dull.
What am I doing?
Like, why is it so dull? Like,
let me tell you, I forgot she had a baby because I was like, bitch, you don't look tired at all whatsoever, girl. Look, she got 4-5 nannies on deck. Like, I got a nanny for this room. I got a nanny for this room.
That part. I'm like, damn, Naomi.
Girl.
She came on court just like, why she looks so good still? I'm like, I don't know.
And so much to that point, like you just look, you can't help but make the stank face like, bitch.
Damn.
It's so funny. And then like you have like younger models that can only be in the game for like, you know, 5 to 8 years because, you know, they body just go out on them. You know, the bags out of their eyes, you know, things start moving and shit. Right. They titties start like deflating, you know, it's just like, and here she is, she's going to be 85.
Looking
strutting,
hella good.
Strutting out there.
With them good ass wigs too.
So
everybody just the wig game has just stepped up in the last 5 years. I'm like, everybody got a good ass wig.
Well, I do feel like there was an article that came out. I think it was like early part of last week that says that they did a study of the Black hair care business, and Black owned hair care products, companies, etc., is now 35% of that industry, which is is like billions upon billions of billions, which is awesome. And clearly it shows. Clearly it shows.
Because I mean, they doing wig changes in the middle of the show, and I'm like, good Lord. So like you said, I was like, what they putting this shit at? Like they put it in a Kroger bag.
Right. Because Taraji was doing wig change after wig change after wig change.
Seriously, I was
like, girl, go ahead for it.
See, I only caught the performances. I haven't actually watched the whole thing, so I
was mad at her makeup artist who put her out there looking a little orange at first at the beginning, but then I was like, okay, I know who she's trying to look like, because it was not it.
Wasn't it?
It was.
You know who was really orange? Eva.
She was
from Marcel.
Really?
Eva Marcel from like Housewives and.
But I want to see that show though.
Same here.
What's it called?
All the Queen's Men or something like that.
All the Queen's Men. It's about basically this woman who owns like this male strip club.
Yeah, it looked good.
Didn't hasn't that been done?
It gives me very much like Hustlers, but like from the male perspective.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then even though I don't really fuck with like network shows too much anymore, I kind of want to see Queens with Brandy, Eve. And
I'm definitely seeing that. That's on ABC.
Yeah.
I'm definitely seeing that. Bitch.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those shows like the first season's gonna be lit. Season 2 might be lit, and then season 3, you're like, okay, I'm done.
It's hard to get into like network TV anymore.
It is.
When you're just so used to like just such good content coming out of like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, and all of these other like plus, channels that are out there. It's hard
like, I
to
need
go
some
back.
Cussing. I need some titties, some maybe a dick or two.
Right. Oh, now. Why y'all playing?
Right. It's like, so
you hold that on the tip phone.
Right. Come on. But I guess before we get to Ask Yo Aunteas, manager name game. You get two. You get 2 guesses because we didn't do it last week.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Summer because it's hot as fuck today. And Alicia.
All right, Dawon.
I'm gonna say Marie.
Okay.
Maury or Murray?
Murray, M-A.
Okay, look, I wasn't sure if you said Maury. I was like,
that's a black ass name.
Okay,
Maury.
Maury.
Name because your dad's name was Maurice.
Right.
And I'm gonna say Michelle.
Okay. All right. We're getting close. We're gonna stop this at the end of July. So we're about 4 more episodes of names, and then we're gonna reveal it to see if you guessed it or not. So
how many names have you collected so far from us?
Oh my god, it's to the point where
it's gotta be like
I just had to start 200. A new book. Right, we got half a baby book.
Good luck. We're gonna start giving names to the community for new babies.
Right. Exactly.
All these quarantine babies.
We're gonna see Mo Reed as the #1 name.
Oh, right.
Oh man. All right. What time is it?
Ask
your
auntie.
Let's see here. This one's short and to the point. It says, "Is your ex responsible for keeping the lifestyle they introduced you to?"
So we need some context on this one.
So right, because the only person I could think about is Mary J. Blige. Ooh. And how she had to pay all that millions to her ex-husband because of that lifestyle that he got from being with her.
Her and Star Jones.
Ooh, a lot.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it does almost sound like if you were married or something and they had you on the come up or something, or maybe you was married and you brought them up and you get divorced or separated, are you responsible now to keep that lifestyle up for them? Or is like, it is what it is. You should have kept me, boo.
Hell no. If you start off a scrub, you're going to leave this bitch as a scrub.
Boom. There we go.
Oh no, I feel like there's a couple layers in here. Like, I think one, a lot of it depends on where you live at, right? Because if you live in, I think one, it depends on what kind of relationship. Because if you like, if you just hooking up and fucking, you know, you just boyfriend and girlfriend, then you know, toodles, you know. But like if you're married, I kind of feel like that's where it gets a little dicey, you know, because, you know, you, especially if you live in California, it's a 50-50 state.
That is a 50.
And guess what? There are other states where they
state.
can move where their pockets can support themselves.
I get it. I get it. You don't want to pay nobody when you're done, but you know,
the law says something
tough.
else.
The law says got a whole book. There's a whole book dedicated to that.
that's Leviticus 13:1.
They call that matrimonial assets.
Ooh, so true. So true.
I think it's bullshit though, frankly.
I think honestly
it's
it
bullshit.
is.
Like,
it really is.
Are they responsible for keeping up the lifestyle? I think depending on the relationship and the laws in the states in which you're governed, then perhaps. But like from a principle perspective, I don't think so.
I think it's just lazy. I think it's shady. I just like especially if you're trying to seek it from someone, you know, like, and especially, bitch, if you the one that went out the relationship and then you trying to ask for an upkeep, bitch.
And that shit happens all the damn time.
Oh, no.
All the time.
Yeah.
I'll go to jail before you get my shit, bitch.
I do feel just real quick. I do feel like it's just reserved. Like looking at people like, you know, like Mary J and like Star Jones and a whole host of other, not a whole, but a handful of other women who've been in this situation. I do feel like it's just desserts because you can't ride and die for chicks to, you know, to be, you know, just taking dudes' money and then not expect the same in return. Like, I don't have any qualms for like a dude that'd be like, okay, well, you know, I was here for the come up and I want to stay up. So you just gonna have to pony up.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at like someone like a Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, someone that's been together damn near 30 years, was the richest man on earth, and they separate. And obviously, a lot of times they have prenuptials and things like that. It's already probably agreed upon for the most part. But Melinda Gates didn't start that way. Like, he was already the CEO of Microsoft at the time, and now she's used to this lifestyle and used to the bubble that it is, and say there weren't laws for this. And he's like, I'm out. And she's just like, what the hell about me? Like, that long and children and this and that, you know? And I'm sure many nights are hearing them like, I got this presentation tomorrow, or I got this crazy idea. But you think, you know, those little moments throughout that long of a term, like, what's fair anymore? I don't know.
I mean,
Jeff Bezos did the same thing.
But why would you want to be in a relationship? I guess that's me. Why would you want to even be with someone where you're just like your whole life is just dependent on them and what they are doing financially?
Depended on it, like, because she did a lot of other shit.
But here's the thing. But then if that's the case, then you don't need nobody for your upkeep because you can support yourself. That's the whole point that I'm getting. Like, if you wouldn't need to be checking to get money for them unless you were truly dependent on them. And I feel like in situations like this, only those who are dependent, who can't do for themselves, are asking for that money. Because if you can do for yourself, I ain't checking for you. Ain't nobody checking for you. Why would you need to go to someone else when you can support your own self?
I get it. I agree, because I ain't asking for shit. I always tell that to Corey. I was like, I don't need you for nothing. Like, I'm here for love. Like, I don't need your money. I don't need nothing but your love. Like, I'm going to be okay at the end of the day. Like, I will make sure Kerel's okay. But I do get, because like, even just like it, just my relationship, like when Corey and I first met, I wasn't like trying to like have a house and stuff like that, you know, like, and not to say I couldn't. So maybe that's a distinction in it. Like, I didn't believe I could, and I didn't depend on Corey to do it. It's just now at this point, it's like we built a life and things together. But say we break up, there's at least a certain lifestyle now that I have, and yes, I've contributed to it. So it's just not like he's done it, that I expect myself to continue to have. And it might, and at first might be difference? A little, but hold on, and at first it might be a little more difficult because like, I'm used to two incomes and things like that, and the ebbs and flows of, okay, he pays a little more here, I pay a little more, that whatever it may be. And it might take a couple more years to get back to like saying have your own house and this and that. But I can see where this kind of question comes from, because you do get used to a certain standard potentially.
Yeah, but I think there's a difference though from having or wanting the standard that you get from being in a relationship with someone, and then understanding what it's like to be single. Because when you single, you ain't splitting shit. All that's on you. And so for there being saying, you can't be helping, you can't be asking for someone to still pay 50-50, but not be with them. You wanting relationship shit, but wanting to be single. I just don't think that's okay to be like, oh, I want help with a lifestyle, but that lifestyle that you're longing for came from two people.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
I don't like the idea that it's 50-50. That's what I don't like. Like, just, and this is not like a misogynistic thing. I feel it goes both ways. Like if I come into a relationship, if I'm outside of a relationship, I've got 10 million in the bank, and then we hook up, and now we're in a relationship together. We married for 3 years or whatever, and we live in this $10 million lifestyle, right? And then circumstances happen that we don't want to be with each other for anymore, whatever. Even if it's not amicable, like in my mind, I would say, okay, I'll break you off, like something so that you're comfortable, whatever, because and that will be commensurate with with the quality and the timeline of the relationship.
Like you worth $55 a day. You only put out twice a week, so that's another $80. Oh, you know what? You ain't clean after yourself, so subtract $75 there. I can see that spreadsheet.
I mean, I wouldn't be that maniacal, but I mean, I would be fair. I would be fair.
Yeah.
But the notion that like, you work your career to do these kinds of things and acquire these kind of funds, and then somebody else comes along and they're a part of your life, and they're contributing and making it easier for you to do the thing that you need to do. Like I don't want to like if you look at this from a male and female perspective, I'm not just looking at it like that. I'm like looking at it both ways, So you take care of the household, you take care. A lot of these, spouses are, taking care of like, birthday gifts and running these like errands and all. They're doing stuff behind the scenes that we never know about. I just don't think that's worth half. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's worth half either.
Like if I have $10 million, you can find. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you on that. That's
I'll give you 1.5. I'll give you 1.5. But you ain't getting more than that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, okay.
Yeah, I'll give you 1.5. You'll be comfortable, but
yeah.
No, you're not.
And maybe even
I don't want to see you in the same supper club I'm going to.
Ooh, right. It's like, bitch, you here?
Right.
Like, damn. But and maybe even lifestyle sometimes isn't even monetary lifestyle. There's emotional lifestyle. There's just other aspects of just life, and a lot of it unfortunately does tie to money though, because like if you're used to traveling, if you're used to clothing, if you're used to cars, houses, whatever, dinner, like you ain't eating McDonald's all day every day anymore. Yeah.
But that's a privilege. But that's a privilege as part of being somebody that's doing that already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I could understand if like I could understand if like, okay, y'all get together and neither y'all have nothing.
Right.
And one of them has like a big come up.
Yeah.
Well, that's a little bit of a different scenario because, you know, even though it might be on the heels of their career or their choices or whatever of circumstance, or they hit the lottery, whatever, y'all didn't have nothing to begin with. So in that instance, it's kind of like, okay, well, if you split ways, split 50-50. But if you come in the gate with some stuff and then you upgrade him or her, like, you don't know. You don't get to go to the same supper club as me. You don't get to ride the same kind of, you know, private airplanes as me. No, it don't work like that. No.
Look, let me tell you, bitch, I'm giving you nothing but Cole's cash, okay, bitch?
You getting Gap cash? Old
Okay,
David
bitch.
cash?
That's all you getting from me, bitch.
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh man. Well,
Do you think kids make a difference though in that situation?
It gets tough.
You know, I would honestly, I would give more for the kids. Like that would be the only reason why I would give more, because I'm like, okay, especially if the spouse, you know, the partner or whatever, if they're getting sole custody of the kids, and I want to make sure that, okay, cool, I'm gonna give this money, but I'll making sure that, hey, this is tied for the purpose of being able to have something for my kids, for you to be able to provide for my kids, and I'll still have something left over special for me and the kids. But I would give more just for that, because I mean, when you are watching kids, there's a lot more that you have to do 24/7 around the clock that I wouldn't have to do.
Gotta keep
because I don't live in there. You know. So, okay, so I would give money for that, because there are times where I'm not the one waking up at 3 o'clock because, you know, Jonisha then got a runny fever, a nose or something like that.
Jonisha Marie. Oh Lord. Well, no, yeah, that's an interesting topic though. It's just like, it is happening day in, day out, quite frankly. And it's just like, is it X responsible? No. But there's a lot of gray in it, especially probably based on time frame, based on kids, based on a lot of things. Like you said, like if they start off with nothing, both of them, now they both on the come up and they up there, there's gonna be some fighting going on, because there's contribution that people just don't see, like you said.
I wonder what our friends David and John would say from Queer Money podcast on this situation. Yes. You know what I mean?
Let's ask them.
They tend to be a little bit more.
Well, we should ask them. We should try to ask them.
It's like, so we're gonna put this on IG right here, and we want you to give your response, and we'll post it on IG as well. So the question.
Well, maybe we can go live with them or something next week.
Ooh, that would be dope.
From PV.
Yeah, from PV. Let's talk about money.
Actually, the last time I was in PV was that episode.
Oh, shut up.
That's
That's
funny.
right.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Huh,
that's
maybe
right.
The universe is just calling it back. Okay, let's do it.
I wish I was going to be down there with y'all.
No.
That would have been so much fun.
Damn it, Dawon.
I'm excited. I cannot wait.
Yeah. You guys will have fun.
Girl, I haven't seen you in so long, girl.
I know. Like, I'm more than ready. Well,
let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. So, assuming that, you know, we continue on being open.
Oh, hold on. And send your question to aya@minorityareport.com. Thank you. DM us. Okay, now what?
All right. Assuming that we continue to be open and whatever, and we can start traveling more freely, right? And assuming that this Delta variant gets under control, so that just doesn't become, you know, a thing or whatever. What do you think would be the first opportunity for the three of us to be together in the same city?
I don't know. We gotta figure that. And every time we say it, we be all here in the community, be like, "Ooh, we'll pop up, bitch,
right.
Pop up,
pull up,
pull up, right."
Pull up to my bumper, baby.
Come on, Grace. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
I mean,
because it was gonna be PV. It was gonna be PV, great. We had that whole conversation, and then I had to fuck things up. But
well, you go into a great place too, though. So
right, yeah. So
no judgment, no
right,
no animosity. Well, maybe a little jealousy because I won't go to that.
Right. I will be posting pictures from that.
I know that's right.
You do
Absolutely.
it. One of the hotels that we're going to be staying at in Santorini is this place called Saint Luxury, and it's been popping up all over my IG from just other people like that are staying there. So I'm like, I can't wait. I can't wait.
That's literally number one on Corey and I's list right now is Greece.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. It's such a first world problem. I'm saying damn, and I'm about to go to PV tomorrow.
Right.
That is privilege. I'm checking myself right now.
There are people that be like, my vacation is going to Cleveland, Ohio.
Right. So it's just like, I mean, hey, go where you got to go to get out your city for a second. You know?
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited. I'm excited to get there.
When is Atlanta Pride?
October
what?
Like,
you know,
7th or something like that.
Like the first weekend in October.
I think it's the second full weekend in October.
I got a wedding in Dallas in October that I need to go to.
And she done put off the calendar.
Hot. Look, she is getting old. She is getting old.
The physical calendar.
Right.
No, I actually pulled up the invite.
Oh, gotcha.
It was sitting right there. It was sitting right there. But that's October 22nd, so I can do both.
Okay.
And she ain't coaching in the fall, so look, she got all her weekends.
There we go.
And
maybe it's Atlanta Pride.
So I'll be down for
and
Atlanta Pride.
And if you're not doing well, you'll be coming back because I'm about to say Labor Day weekend. Here's Atlanta Black Pride, so I think I'm staying in.
Labor Day weekend is Bay weekend, so
Oh, yep. I remember that. So, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It is exciting to think about, like, just being able to do this, though.
Yes.
That for me is like,
yes.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm still very, very much gun shy when it comes to like being around people and all that stuff with COVID and blah 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 blah. But you know, when we go to Greece, it's literally just going to be like the 6 of us, and we're just going to be by ourselves. So we may go to dinner, we may, you
gotta hit at least one little club in Greece. You can't go all the way over there and not hit no damn club in Greece.
There might be a little something.
You know.
But look, she already get the text messages, so you know.
Because I've been seeing those on like IG, and I'm like, damn, that look nice.
Yeah, maybe my spirit will be a little different by the time we get there.
Right, you got a couple more months to feel a little better.
Right, but that's like high season for just all of Europe. August is just the worst time to be traveling because everything is just like everything's sold out. Everything is just like at the height or whatever. And I'm sure like tickets to get to any kind of like party, if you will, would be like good $400 or something like that, something crazy. You're like, oh yeah, it's nothing but 289 euro.
Right.
And then you do the calculation like, oh damn.
Shit. I know, because the day this episode come out, it'll be what, the 4th of July? Is that when it's come out? Oh, it'll be the day after. So
the 5th.
Hopefully we had a happy 4th of July by that point. But the 4th of July in PV.
And happy birthday to my boo Dorian. It will be his birthday, and that's why I will be in PV. So
I'll get to meet her.
So shout out to my sis. Yeah.
For the 4th of July party, get ready, Jerrell. we'll say this now, and then we'll talk about post. Because I guarantee you it's about to be a shit show. Guaranteed.
Let me tell you, I already told them. Look, we did like a virtual meet and greet for all the people going on the trip. And I was like, I am the oldest of the group. And so she takes snaps. So you can refer to me as Mother Jerrell. But when she taps out, when you see this,
she done. It's a wrap. Get in the car.
Hello, daughter. Hello, daughter.
Driving, but get in the car.
Look. I would be a Black Irish and give you the Irish goodbye.
That's what I do.
Part.
There ain't no point to like, why ruin somebody else's high or their buzz or whatever they got going on, just to say goodbye. Yeah. And then to sit there and talk for like 10 minutes you know, with each person you say goodbye to. Oh, you can't really leave. You just got
you
here.
can't do
We
one
just
more.
got here.
Just one more. One more.
Right. Let me
One
go
more.
get you a drink. Come on now. And you like sitting here doing this whole dance. No, bye. Bye. I'll see y'all next week.
Okay, that part.
So funny.
That part.
No, I'm looking forward to it. So,
Look, she ain't been drinking all month. So, Kerel, she ain't been drinking, so it ain't gonna be like that. Let me tell you, I'm gonna have like one drink and be like, oh, girl.
But girl, let one good song come on that we like.
Oh, I can still dance. I will still dance. But Sylvia Jerrell has gotten it together. I can still turn up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I'm excited to see you. It's been way too long. I think December 2019. So.
Look, I already have plans for you to get me out on TikTok. So I want to do like one of them like little TikToks to thought shit where you're twerking all over the place.
Well,
and then we'll switch position. We're not doing choreography.
I was about to say because you see how the Gen Xers quit TikTok.
Like I want us to be over here twerking on something, and then like we'll be over here twerking on something, and we'll be over there twerking, be upside down twerking and shit like that. You know, like
I'm down.
Like
we'll figure this shit out. I'm here for it.
Sounds like
but no choreography because you see Gen Xers saying, we ain't giving these white people no more dances. None. And you see Tasha hasn't blown up on TikTok or social media because they said we ain't putting no damn choreography to this shit. We love you, Megan, but these white people need to give us our props.
Yeah. They be stealing everything.
Girl. And you see the dances they trying to do because there ain't no like black dance. It's just looking hella horrible.
It's right. That's why they making cocktails in the toilet. Like, come on now.
Too much. Like, doing the most and the least at the same damn time. See, you need to watch this on YouTube. The faces we give it. Oh, Lord. Well, anyway, we're going to keep this one nice and short because, I got to edit this on the plane. It's hot for Jerrell. Dawon just got back into town, so we tired. So, community, stay safe. Do your thought shit if you need to, but be safe. Wash your hands, wash your legs, wash your ass, and we will see you next week.
Bye, y'all.